Hi, I'm Erin Matthey. I'm the owner of Academic Advancement in Home Tutoring, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of a study routine. And a study routine is essential for all students to be able to develop the skills that they need to take them to success now and also throughout their entire school year. So we're going to give you some great starter tips today on what needs to be a part of that study routine. The first thing that you need to consider when you're developing a study routine with your student is to do it together. The more students are invested in putting together the study routine, the more likely they are to continue with it. The other thing that you should always do with your study routines is when you have it complete, you should print it out and post it so that you and your students can both see it and can work together to make sure that it becomes a habit. One of the things that you need to consider as you're putting the study routine together is to think about what time of day is going to work well for your student. So some students, as you talk to them, may say, I just want to come home and get it done so I can have the rest of the day to do what I please. And some students need more of a break to get a snack and to kind of relax from the day before they dive back in. So make sure you talk to them and think about your student and what's going to work best for them. Another important thing that you need to consider when you're setting up a study routine is to think of what location is going to work well for them. So if they need a little bit more stimulation, the kitchen table or the countertop may be a great place for them. If they need to focus more and are easily distracted, then they may need a more quiet place. But regardless of whatever the location is for your tutoring, or for your study time, you need to make sure that they have all the materials that they need so that they don't have to get up and be distracted from their study routine in the middle. There are 4 things that you need to include as part of your study routine. The first one is at the beginning of each study session, you should sit down with your student and go over their planner. If your student's not currently writing in a planner, have them start. It is a life skill that we need now all the way through adulthood to help us to be successful. And as you check their planner, go through and help them to prioritize what things need to be done first and help them to break larger assignments into chunks. That'll really help them to not feel overwhelmed with the amount of work that they need to accomplish. The second part of the study routine is the homework itself. And when you're doing the homework itself, oftentimes parents will start to fall away from the study routine on nights when their kids don't have homework. But I encourage you to keep up with the study routine every day, regardless of whether they have assigned homework or not. And you can fill that homework time with reading time. All students need to focus on reading and making sure that they're up to date on that. And also studying for their other subject areas so that they're not having to cram the night before the tests. Okay. The third thing that I would like for you to include as part of your study routine is a backpack and folder clean out day. So oftentimes students will feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of material that they're carrying around. And if you can pare that down and help them to be more organized, it lifts a great load for them. The fourth thing that needs to be a part of every study routine is for you guys to have a weekly grade check day. So most school districts have an online site where you can go on and check and see how your students are doing in all of their subject areas. That way you can make sure that you can catch up with them before they fall too far behind. The sticking factor in any study routine is how well it's reinforced. And I encourage you to use lots and lots and lots of good positive reinforcement. The easiest one, of course, is to do lots of verbal reinforcement, and that should be a part of every study routine every day. So make sure that homework time is a happy time for your family and use lots of those positive reinforcements for them. Aside from positive verbal reinforcement, there are also a lot of great things that you can do for your students. One of the ones that's most meaningful is to spend one-on-one time. For example, you could say something like, if at your weekly grade check you have all of your assignments turned in, we're going out for ice cream that night. And it just helps to build a great relationship with you and your student. The third thing that you can do to develop a positive study routine is a point system. So if your student is wanting to work towards a larger item such as a scooter or something like that, a point system will help keep them motivated towards working towards a larger goal. And the fourth item that I have for you for positive reinforcement is if you're having a difficult time putting together a positive reinforcement routine, there are some great resources that we have available for you. You can check academicadvancement.org and we can refer you to get some more information on some websites that offer great suggestions for positive reinforcement. So these are great tips for a start in setting up your study routine. For further help, Academic Advancement offers one-on-one tutoring with certified teachers that we can tailor right to exactly what your students' needs are and help you to be able to establish a great routine for your family. And also, if you sign up for our free email list, we send out student success tips that will help you along the way. So thank you, and I'm Erin with Academic Advancement.